Hello, everybody. My name is Daffy97. You can call me Gaffy. Daffy, yeah. Alright, so today we are going to be playing Alan Wake. It's a Master Edition, but that's the one we got. Because the old one, I think, is what's invisible or something. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to replay it. I'm still trying to get to the cabinet barrier. We're really close, but then there's people we have to fight, and I got killed like twice already, so. Continued. So resume it.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
I'm gonna go over here.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing. It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
Sorry, guys.
2 days.
Let's go.
The old Bright
We killed
Falls
someone,
coal
though.
mine is nearby. You can find it easy.
Oh, the shadows.
The main building, there at noon.
Oh, so I have to go.
Bring the manuscript. You'll get your wife. If not, well, get me.
Yes, I get you.
Lovely. I love this for me.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
It says the darkness crystals. Them? Fifth.
Ow! I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Alright, we gotta go to the button. Wow. Owie. Oh, hot tub? I know what do we have a hot tub? Okay, so let's go that way. Owie, we're gonna fucking die? Okay, lovely. The fuck? Alright. Lovely. Is that it? Is there more? Well, I'm definitely out of ammo, but it's just.
Barry, you can open the door now.
Okay, they're gone.
They're gone.
Huh. Not that door? Alright, so I'll go back. Got it. Back door. I saw manuscript here. What? Yeah, no, actually, it wasn't manuscript. It was just some more flare guns. But you know, that's better than nothing. And batteries. That's good. Running out of that, so. That's good at least, because I'm running out of that stuff. Open the door. Okay, Barry. Hi, Barry.
I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared.
Oh.
The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back.
Wow.
For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Realsies is happening.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day.
Doctor's
Hope
got
you
her.
come back soon. Welcome to the
Oh Dear Diner.
Good girl.
It's from Doctor's got her. Hi, Rose. Hi, Rose. I don't know what happened to her here. Probably affected what she did say. Is this copyrighted? I don't know. I'm sure it's
Previously
copyrighted.
on
That's all we
Alan
got of
Wake,
it. So,
Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
just in case it was copyrighted, we're gonna skip it real fast.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Jaggers controlling her episode 3
How the hell
ransom.
did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff.
No, we're not.
Let's make this
stuck
quick,
here.
huh?
Help you folks? Name's Ren.
Oh, I just want to check something out really quickly, guys. You still hear me, but I'm still doing something, so. Alright. Let me play again. Talk to the manager. Wake and Barry have arrived at the trailer park to meet Rose, who says she has Wake's manuscript.
I'm the manager.
Hi.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer.
It's really funny. Also,
She's
we
a
heard
nice
like
girl. Always pays her rent on
the
time.
River States
As I
mobile
was
home
saying,
and
Al,
court
I found
spaces
all
for rentals.
sorts of weird
I'm
stuff
manager.
from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends.
Wait, isn't the trailer park where?
And get this.
Yeah, thinking.
Most of this stuff takes place
We're gonna meet
around
some characters.
Cauldron
Or
Lake.
some people, the old man we see in the
Well, you
diner.
ain't wrong,
Old man, they
mister.
lived at the trailer park.
The
It's like
Indians
again.
thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island
it's open?
owned by a guy called Thomas
Wait, not open.
Singh. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer. But
Uh-huh.
I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Ooh.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers. Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Right here? It's not here. Okay, it's on the side. Randy's hot dogs. Give me a hot dog. On double. What does it say? It's a sign for Randy's hot dogs, but it didn't open. Rabbit food. We got dogs, special plates, and rabbit food. What time? 6 to midnight, 6 to 3, and then 3 to midnight. Randy's dog is not open. You kidding me? Are you Randy? Is that why it's not open? I guess so. Yeah, you go here. Randy's dogs. Ooh, I'll do something a little bit.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned.
Yeah, she definitely drowned in the lake. Yeah, she definitely did fall in rain. Yeah, she definitely did drown. No.
Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Yep.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
Oh, wow.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Yeah, she died. Okay, you're not gonna tell me? Got it. Okay, cool.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're
Alright.
here.
I'm not. Thanks, though. I'm just
Rose,
saying
you
this.
have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
I'm taking around your trailer park. Oh, no, I can't.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
They drugged us. She drugged us.
Barry!
Great. Lovely.
What?
Rabbit drugger. Totally drugger, so. Yay. Lovely. I love that for us. Beautiful. Wonderful. Beautiful, lovely, wonderful. I love it.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin.
Oop, no.
I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife.
You did. You give me my wife back?
You must finish what you started.
I don't want to.
I insist.
Remember, you're like husband.
You must turn the lights on.
Talk to me. Alright, Thomas, I will, Mr. Zane.
Back to work, boy.
Oh. It's been nighttime. Went there during daytime, now it's nighttime. Great. Thanks a lot. Doofus is coming sooner and sooner.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right.
She's definitely not right.
She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Well, it's turning into a horror story, yeah. It's only books. I like turn this under Alan Wake. What can I like? What can't forget? Alice Casey. Things that I want to follow up Casey. Yeah, Alex Casey is gonna be in the second game actually, or maybe it's Alex Casey. It could also be just a random person, but you know, Alex Casey could be there. I want to see what's outside. I can't see the kid. Okay, there we go.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's special?
Bye, Barry.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Let's see what manuscripts we have. Oh, and 3? Oh, we can go back, actually. We have all of them in 2? Oh, I'm missing 1, but missing 2 of them. But we can read this now.
It's true
Missing 2 of
what
them.
they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power. The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress.
Red Jagger.
She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
No. She caught her.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
I've
The
missed 2
visitor
pages.
center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
I see 2 of them at the ending. 1. I'm missing 2 pages, which is annoying, but yeah.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Although Agent Nightingale's in the second game. Let everybody know.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
What just happened recently? There was 2 pages. Close that one because I can get in the other
When
one.
Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor,
no one.
the FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway.
I haven't met him yet.
I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct. His posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
What's gonna happen next?
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye. The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird?
I look at you.
Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around. Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Alright, we're done with that. Probably a couple minutes. Oh, we can stop here, I guess. Probably should start here. Stop here, man. Alright, everybody. So we're gonna end it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I also hope you have a good day or night, depending where you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye!